Hello, everyone. So, big news. First off, because normally everybody only watches like the first minute of these or so, I will be streaming later on. I will have progress, so stick around and you'll see me doing different things over the course of the night. I'm going to be doing a lot to get this update out literally within the next 2 days maximum. What I want to do is finish up tonight, hopefully. What's left is essentially some small scenery pieces, a couple of light changes, because I just realized I actually need to do the both kids' beds in the kids' room for New Home, and then I think we're more or less done. It's just like small scenery changes. I've been doing all the lighting, trying to get it to look very fantasy-esque, or fantastical is the best way of putting it. What I've gone for essentially is New Home being in its own sort of like cave area with a lot of like mist or like just very thin fog. There's a little bit of thicker fog close to the ground, and the reason for that is literally just to hide geometry. I want to try and make this as easy as possible on myself. So yeah, I figured I'd do like some very basic geometry later on and get that done to be able to make sure that that's all good. This is by far one of the most complex scenes I've had to set up, including switching to Blender 4.0 because of the way it handles materials and stuff just a little bit better. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to need to then, after all of this, get together the update video and do voiceover for what I actually want to say. So we're looking at maybe like 2 days tops. So I say that, but I can probably crank this all out and be done by the end of the second, hopefully, depending on what happens. So, yeah, I'm going to be very busy tonight, and it's going to be fun. I'm just looking at stuff now, and I'm really happy with it, to be honest. I've downloaded a few flower packs, and I'm going to be using those to scatter throughout Asgore's place. And the reason for that is primarily because the ones that I was using, that I was trying to keep thematically accurate because of me having Flowey as one of the same types of flower, those just don't work. Like, I tried using those and they're way too high poly. Like, this scene is incredibly complicated, and even though it's roughly about the same sort of scale as Hotland, there's a lot more stuff going on in terms of like shaders, particles. Even though it's all simple, when you put it all together, there is a lot of it, and it seems like it's a little bit taxing. So I'm trying to get just the right amount of balance between frame rate and looking good. But yeah, overall, I want this to be a absolutely fantastic presentation. Like, one fun thing for me is going to be, getting together and getting to get everybody's reactions, and then take that feedback and work with it, because I know some people are automatically going to say, well, the ruins are dark and New Home looks a little bit kind of foggy or whatever. I'm anticipating those already, and it's valid critique. Part of this is sort of trying to do my own thing and give people a good idea of how I want things to look, and then if I can edit things and make them look better, then I will. But yeah, we're going to have some side-by-side shots. Unfortunately, we don't have any of those for New Home. So instead, New Home's development is going to be a mix of the stream stuff, and then also talking about what references I used, and everybody can have a laugh at that because of me mentioning stuff again like Sonic, Final Fantasy. I'm going to be actually showing off those areas, and people can actually see then all the little references. There's a load of jokes in it. There's a lot of fun stuff. I can't wait for people to see this. I'm half tempted to put Frisk in the actual scene, just walking around, because I do have a walking animation, or I can always do one really quickly if I need to, just so people get a sense of scale and get to see something really cool. I would have liked to have had more areas done, so I could literally have like a remake of the original trailer for everybody, just to see how cool it looks now, but we're going to have to leave that. That's going to be for a later date. I think once I get a little bit more of like Waterfall and Hotland done, then that's where we're going to get a redone trailer with all the new scenery and everything, so people can really see the quality upgrade. Um, so yeah, fun times trying to make all these little changes and edits. There's a load of like neat little details I've been trying to work on as well that are really cool. That really give the place a little bit more of a worn sort of look. I'm still trying to try that out in certain areas, but it's looking really nice. And there's a definite contrast between New Home and the ruins now. The most obvious one being that the ruins feel a lot more enclosed and dark, primarily because I didn't show off the balcony where Toriel appears from as if she's been shopping, and then you find, I think it's the toy knife. I don't personally go there a lot when I've played through stuff, so it makes sense that, you know, I'm not going to show that off or whatever, but the way that I've done the ruins is I've kind of have them be sort of this small enclosed area underground, and it's pretty interesting. I like it. It makes everything feel a lot grander by the time we get to the end, because you start off in this small, kind of cozy, kind of a little bit foreboding area where everything looks a little bit dark, but it's got this nice homely feel to it. And then by the end, we've got this absolutely massive cavern that's got a load of buildings in it and looks absolutely crazy. Looks wide open, but yeah, it's got that weird sort of sense of melancholy and emptiness, you know. So it's cool. I really enjoy it. It's gonna be fun again to do these updates. I really enjoy the events, primarily not just for the attention, or rather not for the attention. I just like seeing people happy. I like seeing people happy at this stuff because I'm trying to do the best I can for everybody else and try and do the most ridiculous thing ever, which is meet everybody's expectations, even though that's impossible. I describe this project as a bit of a juggling act where it's like you take a lot of conversations that you have with people about how Undertale should be or what they think it should be, and then you kind of come up with the middle ground. And the idea being that it should be then something that everybody can enjoy. And yeah, I'm kind of going from there with that and hoping that what will happen is similar to Hotland, where everybody will come away and go, oh, that was great, you know. So I figure if I start strong and I finish strong with this, then it's going to be fun. After this, it's like I've said before, it's straight onto Waterfall, and then once Waterfall's done, Hotland will be very quick to do, and then we should be done. So lots of grind, lots of fun. Oh yeah, that's for future stuff. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you on streams in a little bit. We're almost there.